Hello, my merciful brothers and sisters. It is I, MisterMercy, bringing you another video with some Overwatch gameplay. Now, recently there's been a lot of talk in the Overwatch community about the state of competitive versus quick play. And this is something that I really wanted to talk about, seeing as how competitive Season 1 officially ended yesterday, and everybody got their, who did their placement matches and who participated in competitive got their little player icons and sprays, and the top, 500 players got the animated version of those, and people are going around getting the golden weapons that they can afford. So, with competitive Season 1 at an end, I see a lot of people who want to still continue to play Overwatch coming back into quick play and absolutely hating it. A lot of people are getting turned off to the game because they've gotten so used to the restrictions of competitive and how serious everybody took competitive, and going back to quick play, everybody's just goofing around, and we have like big hero stacking, and everybody hates it and they get all ragey, and that's not a good thing. And like I said, players have been complaining about things like hero stacking, for one, and a general lack of desire for good team building in quick play. And it's very frustrating when you are a competitive player and you have to come back into that. For example, there was a story of recently I was playing a game with a friend. I believe we were on I think it was maybe Nepal, and it was the checkpoint that is in that little shack. I'm forgetting what control point that was, but it was the one that was inside the little shack in the middle of the room, not the one in the big temple. That was a different one. I'm talking like the one in the tiny little shack there. And we went in, and it was me and this friend, and we got pit up against a team of like 5 Torbjorns, and I think it was like maybe a Lucio or a Zenyatta or something. And the Torbs just put up all their turrets, and my friend was getting super ragey at it. And it was because, we both have played competitive, and we were both fans of competitive. But to come back into that and be stomped on by a bunch of Torbs with their turrets everywhere, that was really disheartening. I was still somewhat having fun, even though the other team was hero stacking, but to see my friend get so ragey at it, it took the fun completely out of the game. And, and so this is a problem. The competitive players want something more serious, and during the off-season, they don't have anything for that. So the competitive players, one thing I see a lot, they're pushing for a 1 hero limit for quick play. They want quick play to be more regulated, and they want it to be stricter and more serious. And on the flip side, you see the casual players who just want to have fun with Overwatch, campaigning to keep quick play a free realm to just goof around and try new heroes and not take the game too seriously. And if you want to run 5 Winstons or 5 Genjis or whatever, 5 Hanzos, you can do so. Nobody's gonna tell you can't do that. And so the casual players want it to remain free like that, to try out those weird and goofy team comps, to just have fun with the game and goof off. So both kinds of players are kind of getting on each other's nerves, because the casual players are getting mad at the competitive players for wanting to make quick play this really regulated and strict and serious thing, and the competitive players are all upset because the casual players aren't taking it more seriously and aren't playing by the rules and this and that. So one thing that I would like to mention, though, is that when Blizzard was developing this game, back actually before it was Overwatch, when it was originally their MMO called Titan, the reason why Titan got canceled is because people said that it wasn't fun. And so when they went into making Overwatch, when they scrapped Titan and took some elements from it and put those elements into Overwatch, their design mantra for Overwatch is everything must be fun. And this design mantra needs to ring true for both types of players, both competitive and casual. And trying to cater to just one of these groups of players is not going to be fun for everyone, and thus, you know, break that design mantra of everything must be fun. So what can we do about this? How do we keep the casual players happy while also appeasing the competitive players? Well, I do believe I have thought up a solution. Now, this is all just theoretical. This is off the top of my head. And, you know, it's just something I came up with on the fly, and who knows if Blizzard will ever implement something like this. But I believe this is a very a valid sort of solution to this problem, and you guys can let me know what you think about it in the comments below. See if this sounds like something that would be fun to actually have in Overwatch and good. And maybe, who knows, maybe I can bring it up on the forums and see if Jeff Kaplan or somebody can see it, and, you know, maybe we can get it implemented into the game in the future. But what I'm proposing is a new game mode called Competitive Quick Play. Now, Competitive Quick Play would be different than the original Quick Play. It will be available year-round, first off, which I know that Quick Play is, but Competitive isn't. Competitive only runs throughout a season. Competitive Quick Play would be available year-round, and it would be available even during the off-season of competitive play. So, in between seasons, there'll still be a somewhat competitive experience for Overwatch. So, all the same things that we see in competitive play would return in competitive quick play. So we would have the one hero limit, we'd have the time bank system, and all the other, you know, stuff that make competitive what it is. However, there is one big difference that competitive quick play has from competitive, and that is competitive points. I would make it so in competitive quick play you could not earn any competitive points, because Blizzard wants, you know, the golden weapons to continue to be rare, and to continue for people to have to work towards those. And just goofing around in competitive quick play for a few hours and getting a bunch of wins on there, you know, even if it is more serious, and you still have some of those regulations, it's not going to be as serious as competitive, and we don't want people abusing the system to get a bunch of competitive points to unlock those golden weapons. So you would not be able to get competitive points from competitive quick play, and as well, your skill rating would also not go up or down. There would be no fluctuation in your competitive skill rating. So what I believe they should do, because of course competitive match makes you with similar with people who have similar skill ratings to you, and you basically get an average of anywhere between like 1 to 3 different ranks above or below your current rank, and that's what they put you in for a match. So how do we keep that experience in competitive quick play when your skill rating doesn't go up or down? Well, here's my solution. So you would still get placed with competitive quick play, or with other competitive quick play players, that's a tongue twister, of your current skill rating, but if you want to be matched with more skilled players, you're going to have to rise up the ranks in the actual competitive mode. So it'll take your current ranking. For example, I believe when I ended Season 1, of course I'm going to go into a little bit about this in the near future here in this video, but when I ended Season 1, I was rank, I believe, 39. So if, for example, Season 1 was still going on and I was still a rank 39, it would place me with other players who were ranked 39. But if I wanted to get a higher skill rating to play with more skilled players in competitive quick play, I would have to play the actual competitive mode and get myself up to maybe like a 45 or something before I would start playing with players in competitive quick play that were around level 45, or skill rating 45, I should say. So this brings up a question, of course, about the off season. Like, how would you do this when there's no current ranking during the off season? Well, my solution to that is to use your season high rank instead of your current rank, because your season high rank will always be on the record books. You'll always be able to have that information of what your season high rank for a season was, even long after that season has ended. So in between, the different seasons, whatever your last season's season high rank was, that is the rank you would use for competitive quick play during the off season. So of course this also brings up the instance of placement matches, and there's no way this system could work if you didn't already complete your placement matches. So I would suggest probably locking this feature off until you have completed your placement matches for a season. So you would need to actually place in the season before you could actually enter competitive quick play. But this, in my opinion, would allow quick play to remain a goofy kind of game mode where you can really just do whatever the hell you want, while also giving players who want to take the game more seriously and segregate themselves from the more goofier side of the community that just wants to mess around, and they can play the game with like-minded people. And I think that would be a better experience for everyone, because like I said, I don't think that implementing a one hero limit for actual quick play is a good solution. And I don't think that forcing competitive players to just go back to quick play whenever the season ends is a good solution either. So let me know what you guys think of this possible fix to the whole competitive versus quick play thing in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I'm MisterMercy. Peace, everyone.